I think once you've set up the event, it actually has a little box that you can say click attendees or click people that you want to invite, and that way anybody that you've got liked on your page.
But it goes to that. I can only get it to invite people from a personal profile when I want it to invite people.
Business. I'm not sure if you can actually do that. Again, I'm wondering if that's where you need to take advantage of having like the importing of contacts, because I know when I was looking at this recently for something, I couldn't find a way for it to invite your business likes, and again, for some reason these likes don't seem to show up as contacts like a personal profile would. So again, unless you can sort of import those contacts in and send them an email, and there is the ability on the events page that you can sort of send it as an email to people even if they don't have a Facebook profile. Unfortunately, when I went to use it, it just wasn't working at the time, so I don't know how successful that is. But yeah, I don't know that there is that ability to invite business pages that you've liked or they've liked you, unfortunately. It's all about friends. It may be that once you go to select the page name officially, it might say that you can't use it. Yeah, it might be another listing. So that's one to look at. I wasn't aware of that. So unlike Twitter, that if there's another name in there, they won't give it to you at all. Sally and I actually looked yesterday, whenever it was. There's like a dozen different places you can go to check the availability of names online, and we ran through a bunch of them to make sure they were available, and they all came up that it was fine. We couldn't get Weaving Connections for Twitter because that had been taken, so we're going to have to set up an alternate name for that. But as far as Facebook goes, that told us it was available, so I'm not too sure how that works. I also know that there's another copywriting service out there. I think they're based in Glasgow. And then there's another one up in Queensland. So there are businesses with the same names and they might be on there. So that's just where you need to be able to make sure that people are coming to the right page. So I'm not sure how they sort of deal with that. That's an interesting question. Like I said, I personally haven't had a great deal of feedback from it. Like I said, I actually do much better with Facebook and Twitter. I have had some work come out of LinkedIn, but not to the same degree. But I also don't spend as much time on it either. But I do know a transcriber in Perth, and she, like I said, she shut down her Facebook because she was getting far more coming through LinkedIn, and like she said, she probably spends more time there. So I think it's about choosing that platform that you want to engage with and sort of putting that time and effort into it. And I don't think anybody can be really active on all of these and get anything done. So I think it's really important to sort of have a play with them all and get to feel your way around them and see which ones you like, which ones feel right for your business, and then sort of develop from there. But I'd certainly recommend sort of having a look at them all at least and then deciding how you want to take that. And some of these things save your passwords as well, and I had a friend of ours come and check his Facebook on my laptop, and after he left I went to sign in and had all his password information, which, because I'm a nice person, I didn't keep. But you know, again, yeah, be aware that if you are using other people's laptops or computers or whatever, just to be aware of those sorts of things. So yeah, LinkedIn's more of a professional site. This is the home page, so this is where you come in and see what's been happening with the people that you're connected with. Bridie's actually the lady who shut down her Facebook account, and like I said, she does quite well. So people come in here, and it's much the same as Twitter. You can actually even link this to Twitter if you would like. You come in and just post little updates. You can post links to websites or blogs or anything that you find quite interesting. You can see how many people you have in your network and how many people that those people have in their networks that you're connected to as well. How many people have viewed your profile recently, how many times you've showed up in research results. It gives recommendations for groups that you might be interested in. So Bridie's commented in the group Financial Times guide. Mr. Tom there, he's posted a link, so something that he thinks his connections might be interested in.
When you say like, Weaving Connections, great reading or something like that?
Yeah, well, if you wanted to do that, you could go in here and say, currently presenting at Weaving.
And one good thing from the same industry and see what they're actually doing and how theirs is working too, like do a bit of research on what kind
So I can type in a little update. If I want to, I can send that through to Twitter, and I might do that. If I wanted to, I could attach a link. So if I had a web page that I wanted to attach that to. Sorry?
Or the Facebook page you just did.
Does it allow me to? Well, yeah, I could. I could create the new Facebook page, and that can either be public or to my connections only. So it could be that anybody can see this link, or if I just want to keep that within my network specifically, you can change that option as well. And basically, it's just as simple as doing a little update, and that's actually very similar to tweeting. And so then you can see when people come to my homepage, when I come to my homepage, there's the little blurb there. So that little update that I've just posted, as you can see, it's come up under my name here. Now, I did have my latest little blog sitting under there. That's now been superseded. So your latest interactions on your page will then show up under your name so people can see what you're about. And again, as Sally sort of referred to in the previous presentation, you've got the opportunity here to show where it is that you've worked, how many connections you have, what recommendations you have. There's links to your website, to your Twitter, any other profiles that you have on there. There's the opportunity there to talk a little bit about who you are or what your business does, your experience, education, and all those sorts of things. And then on the right-hand column, you've got different things too, like who some of your connections are, whether you've engaged in any little Q&A sessions, and who might have. So people have come and viewed my profile, have also come and had a look at Sally's. So you can see, you know, the circles that other people are moving around in when they're coming to check you out as well. So you know whether they're checking out your competition at the same time. And these are just some of the groups that I'm involved with through Twitter, through LinkedIn as well. So I get sent through little alerts to my email box whenever there's new conversations or comments going, and so I can come in and participate. And again, that just helps me share my knowledge within those groups and gets my name out there as well. So groups are another really great way to connect. There's also the opportunity to, so you can create a group, you can be part of a group, you can answer questions, you can pose questions, and it's a great way to interact with people as well. Your inbox basically shows you either messages or invitations to connect. So I've had a stack of conversations here through people, and Chris has added me as a team member on Project LinkedIn. Yay. So again, you can sort of keep track of conversations and people that you're connecting with. And there's, again, a whole bunch of different things that you can go in and have a look. There's events, there's polls, there's a heap of ways to connect with people. And again, it's about finding the right platform for you, which one you think works best for yourself and your business, and then making sure that you're spending the time in those to actually make them effective. Most people say that you shouldn't. There are people that will just send invitations left, right and centre, because when you go to invite somebody, it usually says, I know you either through this group, we've worked together, you know, we're a friend, or, you know, there's very specific sections for you to choose from.
Not always.
If
I get an invitation and I accept the invitation.
if you
they go
accept
to
the
their
invitation,
profile,
yeah.
And then they are connected to 398.
But if
people.
you're sending an invitation to somebody, when you send that invitation, you have to tick a box saying how you know them.
No.
So it'll say, I am a friend, I am a business contact, we've worked together, or we've been to the same school together. A lot of people get around this by just saying they're a friend, and personally I think that's a bit presumptuous, but you know, this is how people that don't know you. The other option is if somebody knows you through somebody else. So if there's somebody I wanted to connect through with Chris, that I was like, okay, I'm a first connection with Chris, but I don't know this person, I could send a little message to Chris and say, would you mind just introducing me to that person, because I think they'd be a good person to know. And that's how people should really go about it, but you know, people are people. So I'd recommend trying to keep it in those networks, because again, it's not about who's got the most friends, you know.
A lot of them,
I know.
plus connections.
I know. It's a bit crazy. And look, I've had a few of these come through that I've accepted because they've been in industries that I've thought, okay, well, they might be somebody useful for me to know, and they've approached me. But I've never sent an invitation to somebody who I wasn't actually who I knew first.
And also, like, it's a great thing having a profile, because I've actually got a few people that have
contacted me, said they wanted to do outsource work through them,
Yeah.
and they've not connected with me, but just gone onto my profile and got my contact details. So it is like a business card almost too.
Mm.
So you don't have to be connect with someone for them to actually find your details as well, and to remember that too.
Yeah.
Just to have an example, because it is business and not personal, a friend I'm connected to said, because I asked him the same question, do you accept people that you don't know? And he said, well, I do,
Yeah.
because I actually got a sponsor for one of the events that they were running
Okay.
through someone I didn't know, but just joined up. So,
And it is a discretionary thing.
Yeah.
And again, that's where if I get invitations from people that I don't know, I'll go and I'll check out their profile, learn a little bit about them, and I might see that they've got maybe number 3 or number 4 connections that sort of we're on the same fringes of the same circles, and maybe that's why they're getting in touch. So I might say, okay, well that's fine. They're just sort of cutting through the red tape, so to speak. So again, it's sort of up to your discretion, but I personally don't go just inviting people willy-nilly. I do like to know that, okay, I know this person from here. I might not know them personally, but I know somebody who does know them personally. And in which case I'd probably send them an email or something instead of a LinkedIn invitation posing as a friend. But it's entirely up to you how you want to play that. So, and jobs, if people are looking for jobs or you're looking for employees, there's the options in here to sort of post different roles. So these are some of the ones that have been suggested that I might be interested in: a science communicator / journalist, which sounds exciting. So again, if you're a job seeker, this is where people can post up jobs and then have people that are interested to come and find those. And I haven't really used that side of that tool, but that's available there if you need it. And then your contacts, obviously you've just got all your people in your groups that you are listed alphabetically, and then you can go through and, if you're wanting to send a message to any of those directly, you just go through, click on their name, or click on multiple names if you want to send messages to everyone.